Hi Flosstube, I'm Lori Schickalone. Welcome to Once Upon a Stitch. I am making my 25th Flosstube video. It's February 28th, 2019, and I just can't believe the 2 months have gone by so quickly. Just yesterday I says, oh, I'm going to make my video at the end of the last day of the month, and then I realized tomorrow's the last day of the month. Wow. I know it's a short month, but it seems like it really just flew by. And I think it also had to do with because I videotaped a little bit later in February, so I had a short amount of time till I'm meeting with you again. For all of you who are new to my channel, welcome. For all of you who've come back, thank you. I hope you enjoy your visit. I hope the new people subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and let's move on. In the past, I've always done an update, and then I go into my finishes, my whips, and then what I'm going to be, my plans for the upcoming time between my next video. This time I'm starting different. I'm going to do a few shout outs because I have been remiss in mentioning some people that I've been watching who are new to Flosstube. And the first one is, I'm reading my notes, Eclectic Reads. Now you're saying, Reads Flosstube? Well, his name is Sean, and he has been doing his channel on reading, on books, but he started to do a Flosstube. As far as I know, he only has that one out so far. I have subscribed to him, so nothing has popped up. But he has a really interesting story about growing up and wanting to do cross stitch, but never did. And now, I'm not going to give you his age, even though he does give it to you. At his age, he decided to go for it. And he's only been stitching, I think, since the summer. And already he's in full coverage pieces. And I am amazed at what he has shown on his first video. So check him out, Eclectic Reads. I'll try and link it. I can't link, but I'll write out their Flosstube channels below, so you have an opportunity to check him out. Then there's Christi, who goes by Javagirl Stitches. She lives in Las Vegas. She has 2 children of her own, and she took in another young man and is giving him a chance to have a better life. And I think that is so admirable. You know, it's difficult taking in someone and melding them into your family. It might not always be easy. You know, you might want to give up at times, and I think that is awesome. And she cross stitches, and she lives in Las Vegas, and I am infatuated with her bows. She makes the most beautiful bows and covered buttons, and I'm hoping that one day she will share that trick with us. So that's Christi. And then the third one I'm going to mention today is Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. She's a quilter, and she shares some of her quilts with us, wall hangings. And then she was a stitcher years ago, just like a lot of us. And then, I guess, not enjoying the patterns and what's available to us, you stopped stitching. And then all of a sudden you come up into Flosstube world and you see what everybody's working on, and that's what she did. And she has embraced cross stitching and her love for it again, and she has some beautiful projects, and she's picked up a lot of patterns that she's wanting to start. So check her out, Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. Okay, updates. Since we've last spoken, I have gone with my future daughter-in-law Amy and 4 other people, and we went wedding dress shopping, and oh my gosh, she was gorgeous, just gorgeous in her wedding, in all the dresses that she tried on. Nothing was decided. It was her first venture out, and she wants to go to like another salon or 2 and check out the dresses, and before she makes her final decision. So looking forward to doing that with her again. And then this past Saturday I had a meetup at Needleworkers Delight, and it was a while since I had been there, so I picked up a few things, some threads that I needed, and I picked up a few patterns. I ordered a few patterns. So whenever they come in, I will share them with you, and I'll share with you my haul. But that's about it. It's been a relatively quiet month other than those two things. And let's see, March, can't think of anything other than maybe wedding dress shopping again. Our meetup at Needleworkers won't be until the very end of March. And it seems like we hadn't seen each other forever. Like it was such a long time before the last meetup. But once we were together, it's like old hat. It's like, oh, I saw you last week, and how's everything, and what's going on? And so it was nice. It's always nice to be with people that enjoy your hobby, and then you get to know them and what's going on in their lives. So it's great, just great. Okay, on to what I've been working on and doing. Well, I only had one FO. It's not an FFO, but see, where did I put the pattern? Oh well, I guess maybe you don't need the pattern since it's finished. And this was a Brenda Gervais Easter Parade, and that's my finish. It's on a 28 count Lugana, and I believe it was ivory. Yes, ivory. So hopefully in the next video I will have it as an FFO and be able to share it with you. Excuse me as I reach over. I'm at an angle where the sun doesn't come out of this window, and it's behind me, so the table space is more like this now because of that. So I'll try and do my best. Okay, that's the only FFO I had, so let's go on to my whips. Okay, this one is still in the Q snap because this is what I'm working on. I do a 2-day rotation, and the only thing that would change is if I finish something in one of the days and I have time, and then I'll stick something else in there. So Easter Parade, it actually took me, it was a 5-day rotation that I finished it. So I allowed 6 to work on it for 2 days, but I finished it in 5, so I picked up something else, and I'll get into that later. But that's what I do. I work on something for 2 days, and most of the time I don't want to put it down because I'm enjoying it. So I think that's a good thing, instead of working it on for more days and then maybe getting tired of it. And then, so I think 2 days, and then if it's difficult, I say, oh, well, I only have to do it for 2 days and get past that part, and then pick it up and enjoy it again. So the this one's on the Q snap still. It's a Shakespeare's Peddler, Jenny Bean and Friends, and so here it is. And what I've done since the last time is, the last time I did the roof, even though these numbers 1824 look like they're filled in, they're not filled in yet. And I did this window. So last night I did these 2 windows and came down and did the 2 sides. And tonight, hopefully, I don't know about finishing the house, but hopefully I'll make a nice dent into the house. And then hopefully next month I'll get more done on that. Okay, so I worked on a Joan Elliot stocking, Joyful Snowman. And this is the pattern. And the last time you saw it, I did most of the row of houses, but this time I went back and I added the outlining, and then I worked on the band, the gold and red band, and then I came down and started his hat and the outline of his face. So in the next video, let's see, yes, I don't know if you can tell, but the hat is all filled in, even the white in here. So the next time I'm going to put in his nose, any other colors in there before I do a fill-in of white again, and then I will outline the brim of the hat and the face. So that's where I am on stocking. The next one I took out was Joy by RHTM. Here's the picture. And this time I worked up on this corner and filled in, I believe it was this, and this. So up in that corner, I wanted to get to the margin to see how much room I had, and that was good. So let's see if I stand up, and that's where it is. It's almost to the bottom. I think there's like a motif, like let's see, in here. So the bottom should be about there. So I have plenty of room, and I'm enjoying it, and I always hate to put it away, but that's what it's all about, wanting to pick it up again and continuing. Okay, the next one is high heel. Oh, I'm sorry. It was the bag got caught under the camera computer. The next one is High Heels Collection number 2, and this is where I've gotten, since you've seen it last, I outlined the yellow flower, and then I added all the buds and the greenery, and I just started the purple one. That's weird. Oh, I forget what camera I'm on. I had problems today uploading my camera, switching it to a better camera. It just said it wasn't accepting it. I'm sorry. It's a scam. That's the only phone calls I usually get. Okay, the next one was the Early Americans from Little House Needleworks, and I finished Betsy Ross, and I started John Hancock. So those are what the patterns look like, and this is where I am. And I think when I last showed you this, I mentioned that I was going to be contacting Vonna Pfeiffer, because she is sharing her border with us that she designed, and it's free on her blog. And the pattern, when you read the pattern, it says to leave 3 spaces between here, but I noticed that on her blog it showed only 2, so I just wanted to verify it with her, and she did respond to me and said yes, she only allowed the 2 spaces. So so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do that, and then eventually do her border. So that's how far I've gotten. I finished Betsy Ross, and I just started John Hancock. And that's all my whips so far this month. Well, the month is over. Today's the last day, and that's going to be Jenny Bean tonight. So my plans for March. As you know, I think I do a mini Maynia every month. I choose 5 or 6 patterns that I want to start, and then I work it into my rotation. And then that's when I do that 2-day. After I start them, then I do the old whips and 2 days, and then I'll start putting the new ones in, and that's how I'm trying to build up my whip pile. I know a lot of people are saying they're trying to whittle down their whip pile, but they have 40, 50, 60, 100. Julie, Kansas City girl in Colorado, we're almost has 100, and what she's doing now is she's going to finish, I believe, for every 2 finishes she starts one, or every 3 finishes she's going to start a new project. So hopefully, or maybe I won't get up to 100, but I'm planning on having about 50 starts by August 1st, because I'm going to do the Maynia in May, and then I'm going to do a Christmas in July stitching. And then August is retreat, so I'll see what things I'll bring there, but hopefully I'll have started 50 new starts by then. And then I will see about working it into rotation and finishing, and see where I get by the end of the year. Because look, market's coming up. All the new patterns that are going to be coming in, I'm going to want to stitch all that. You're going to want to stitch all that. So we just have to start it all, and eventually we'll get it done. How's that? Okay. So for March, I'm going to do the next installment that I'm up to, and that would be May. I don't know if you can see it very clearly. It's that one right there. And I'll bring it in a little bit closer. There you go, May. And since I finished Easter Parade in that one day and I had a day to start, and then I worked it where I brought it to needleworkers because you want something easy to work with while you're chit-chatting. So I brought it with me, and this will start a rotation, and I will hopefully get it done hopefully in a day. I've allowed to, but so hopefully I will get this done and maybe start June. And I'm doing this on a 14 count Aida, because if I do it on 28 count, it's the same thing as doing 14, and it just goes better for me. I enjoy it, and it's called Stone Gray Aida. So that will be tomorrow's first project. Then I'm going to start Farm Fresh Eggs, and I think I'm going to start with this top one here. And I was thinking, I have to see how it'll work out, but I'm thinking of underneath that, put the truck, and then if there's room, a chicken or two. That's what I'm thinking. And this is the first time that I'm going to be working on black Aida, and it's I believe it's 16 count black Aida. So that'll be interesting because I've never worked on black Aida. And what works for me sometimes is if I know what days of the week what I'm going to be doing, and I know like during a weekend. A lot of times on the weekend, if I don't have anything to do or go, that afternoon, if it's a nice sunny day, and I can get stitching done, so I'm going to try and work on that black fabric for the first time on a weekend, where I can work during the day and see how it is before I tackle it at night under my hot light. And I'll see how it works for me. Okay, the next project I'm going to start is Brenda Gervais Indigo Lane. That's the pattern. And I'm doing it on a 28 count Lugana in light mocha. It's hard to see color sometimes on here, but it's a very light tan. So, and the next one is a hands-on design. Oh, Say Can You See is the pattern. And I'm thinking the drum, because I've never done a drum, and I'm doing it on 16 count coffee tea dyed Aida that I did myself. And I have enough fabric here to eventually do the pillow and the drum, but I think I'm going to try the drum since I have never tried a drum, and it'll be something interesting and new to do. Okay, the next one is Puntini Puntini. I thought I opened them all, and I did, but I closed it. And it is Welcome Summer. And they're the cabanas at the beach. So cute. And it comes with buttons. And I'm doing that on a 28 count mushroom Lugana. I usually do even weaves because it's just easier for me if I'm going to venture into 28 counts. And that was mushroom Lugana. And then the last new start that I'm going to do is a Bent Creek Summer Row. I picked this up at the New Jersey Flosstube retreat last year. There was a freebie table, so it doesn't have any of the buttons or anything. It seems like in the chart it shows you where the button placement is. It didn't come with any buttons, and it doesn't seem to have any buttons shown in the picture per se. So I'm going to be doing that on another piece of 16 count Aida. and so it would like look like I did it on a 32 count, size wise anyway. And Coffee Tea Dyed by me. I think Vonna does a tutorial on that, and so does Priscilla and Chelsea. Vonna, the Twisted Stitcher, and Priscilla and Chelsea, the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. So those are my new starts for March, that I will do a 2-day rotation, then go into my whips, and then probably be back in the Ides of March, around the 15th of March. I will do my next upload of Flosstube. And now, oh, look what I found. The Brenda Gervais Easter Parade. That's the pattern. So she finished it in a pillow. I think Priscilla put it in a tin, a tray maybe. Can't remember. But I have an idea of what I'm going to try and do. I need to find yellow pom-poms. I don't know if I will, so I might get some white ones and try to dye them yellow. Then I have a little bit of haul. Picked up some floss, DMC, as well as Classic Colorworks, and 1 or 2 weeks in there. Maybe a Gast as well. And you know how quickly floss adds up when you get the hand-dyed one. I got a 28 count Lugana in Laurel Green, and that's a 14 by 22 piece Laurel Green. I picked up a Lugana Light Ash Gray, and this is an 18 by 32 piece. See, it's pretty, I guess you can see it's kind of grayish. And then I got that Laurel Green in a larger piece. It's a Zweigart Lugana. And let's see, does it show kind of greenish? Maybe. And then, I think this is so pretty. It's called Angel Blush. Oh, it's not, I don't know if it's showing. It's like a really, really light pink. I brought this to show you. It was a little pin cushion that I had made. And I was watching Quilting Arts on Create TV, and she was showing how to bead. And if you look closely, the beads are 2 and then 1 that sits on top of it. So I had to try it. So anyway, the reason I'm taking this out, because this is pink, and I guess maybe this will show it pinky better. Anyway, it's a really pretty pink, and it's called Angel Blush. So those are the and you say, what am I going to do it on? And I said, I'll find something eventually, or buy something else. I bought a package of John Jane needles, and I bought them in petites, and I realized that they're really small. But the eye is pretty large, so I'm going to give these a try. I picked up Bird in the Hand Valentine's Day by Heart in Hand. A lot of people have shown this already, and they have like different seasons for these little birds. I don't know when I'll get to it, but I liked it, so I bought it. From the Tiny Modernist, I picked up 2 Biscogne patterns. One is the dragons, and then the other one was cardinals, and I ordered the bird cages. So I'll show that when that comes in. I just think they're so pretty. And let's see. Plan is to get these done before retreat, because there are a lot of people that at retreat that have done Biscognes. And even though there's great tutorials, even the Tiny Modernist, she does an awesome tutorial on putting it together. I figure if between that tutorial and then talking to the people there, what great opportunity to put one together. That's the plan. Best laid plans, as they say. I picked up a Prairie Schooler. It's not an original. It's a new one that was printed. Village Sampler. And then I also ordered the Christmas Sampler one. And I ordered Christmas Eve. So when they come in, I'll show you those. So love that. And then I picked up from Cottage Garden, Forever and Ever Love and Hope, because I just love those colors. Promise of Spring. Just gorgeous colors. Okay, so I think that's all I have to share with you this time. I hope I remembered everything to tell you. That's half the battle when you finish your floss tube and you say, oh, I should have said this, or I forgot to say that. But you know what? There's always the next one. I make my notes and I try to follow them and look down and read them while I'm actually videotaping them. So I hope you enjoyed your visit with me today. I'll see you around the 15th of March. Happy stitching. Stay well. Take care. Bye.